Hey friends, it's Kari from the Alfred Homestead, and today I wanted to show you how I turn super tough meat into a delicious meal. So sometimes we don't get to slaughtering our chickens early enough as we should, and the meat can be really tough in that way. The number one way that I tenderize tough meat is with my pressure cooker. The Instapot is awesome. It's my hands down favorite kitchen tool. So I'm just gonna barely cover the meat with water, not too much, just enough to cover the meat, and I'm going to pressure cook it on low for 1 hour. You can also pressure cook it on high for 30 minutes or slow cook on high for 4 hours, and you can see how tender that meat gets, and that's with no preparation. That's just with pressure cooking. So now we're going to move to the next step and take all of the meat off of the bones for the dressing that I'm going to be making. This rooster dressing is so amazing because it uses the broth that I'm going to get by cooking this chicken. So it's a double use for me. So now that I've got all of the chicken off the bones, I'm going to throw the bones back in the pot to make more bone broth. I did not add any additional water to the pot either. I just wanted a very nice concentrated broth. So I've got about 6 cups of water in there. So I'm going to pressure cook the bones on high for 1 hour. In the meantime, I'm going to cut up a loaf of sourdough bread for the dressing. Next, we need to make our cream of chicken soup. And I will link everything in the description box below so you can find out exactly the measurements and everything. But essentially, I'm going to empty my pot out of the broth. I'm going to clean it out, and I'm going to put about half a cup of milk in there just to warm up gently. With the rest of the milk, I'm going to mix up the 3/4 cup of flour and that milk until it's fully combined and it's nice and thick. Now, while that milk is heating up a little bit, you're going to also add your 2.5 cups of broth. You can see how nice and dark that broth is. That's because I cooked the bones for an extra hour in the pressure cooker. Again, you can do it in the slow cooker. It's just going to take a little bit more time to get that concentrated broth. And that broth has so much flavor. This is really healthy, organic, full of gelatin as well, so it adds extra protein to our dish. I'm just going to add some flavorings in there: salt, pepper, onion powder. You can do garlic powder. Flavor it up however you want to. So I'm going to go ahead and add my broth to the pot. And then once that's warmed up a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and pour in my milk and flour mixture. And essentially, we're just kind of creating a thick gravy type of consistency, cream of chicken. So that's what you're looking for. You just want to cook it for a little bit on low, 4 to 5 minutes, until it gets a little bit thick. This is what it looks like after you've let it cool down for just a few minutes. Okay, so I'm going to mix a couple extra cups of broth in with that cream of chicken soup that I made to thin it out a little bit. And I'm just going to mix everything together, my chicken with my bread, and now in goes that extra broth with the cream of chicken that we made just earlier. And you can top this with cheese as well. You just want to pop it in the oven at 350 for about 30 minutes. And there you have it, a super quick and easy way to dress up any tough meat that you've got. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.